It's definitely a challenge. Got to give credit to the Bucks for their spirit, how they're competing, how they give themselves a chance. But we kind of done it to ourselves. So we have a very difficult challenge in front of us. Now they have momentum, they have confidence, and they're going home to force Game 7. So let's see how we play on Game 6, how we react to this situation as a team.
How do you think you guys were maybe a little overconfident? Did any of that seep in the past 2 games beforehand?
I definitely think that I don't know if we were comfortable or confident or over looking them already. I just think that we didn't play enough with that sense of urgency and desire to what you need to do in order to close out a team when you have them in that position. So anyways, we're gonna have to do better. We're gonna have to play the next game like it's the last game. Don't think about, well, if we lose this one, we still have a chance and we can play at home for Game 7. That would be a terrible mistake. So again, that's why I say it's a challenge. It's an opportunity for this team to grow individually and collectively, and let's see what we're made of.
It's obviously been a weird season because you guys have had some really, really high moments with great victories, and then you've had some underwhelming moments where you come up and flat in big moments. Is that the sign of a championship team?
Well, definitely consistency. It's not a good sign, and we have been inconsistent for several reasons throughout the season, and we haven't been very consistent in the series. So again, we just got to focus on Game 6 and do our best, bring our best effort, our best energy, our best game to win that game, and forget about everything else right now. That's just do what we need to do to win.
Pressure shows itself in a lot of different ways, and you've been through a lot of series and a lot of wars. Do you take the time to, and it's not like these guys haven't been themselves, but do you say anything in particular to the Jimmy Butlers and guys that are, even though they've been around experiencing this for the first time, on the front lines?
We talk, for sure. This is a time where the guys need to talk, and we need to be on the same page, make sure we understand what needs to be done. We pick each other up, we hold each other accountable, and we learn from the experience to make us stronger. So yeah, for sure. I talk to Jimmy, I talk to different guys, we talk amongst each other, and now let's see how we prepare for Game 6 up in Milwaukee.
Pau, from your perspective, what do you see is going wrong on the court?
I think for the most part we just let Milwaukee have the initiative in the series. We allow them to kind of set the tone, especially and have us on our heels. And we have talent and we can make up for certain situations, but we just need to be a little more aggressive. We need to be more proactive. We need to set the tone. We need to step up and really show more intensity and sense of urgency and desire as a group. I think that's going to be the next step, and that's what's going to need to happen on Thursday.
Pau, one of the things you've talked about in this series and others have talked about, if you have size, if they're going to play small and you have size, you have to take advantage of that. Get feet in the paint. Do that. What's been going on in your view that you haven't been able to take advantage of that on the inside, especially when they play smaller?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they do a good job collapsing the lane. Everyone kind of gets in there and puts bodies on our bigs. So they do a good job covering the lane and helping each other out. So our length and size is not that big of a factor on second chance points. That's something that they've done well. throughout the series, and then in the post-ups, for me, it's just every time I catch it close to the paint, they come and double, and with Jimmy the same thing. So we just need to make the right passes and find the open guy and make him pay, and then hopefully break their defense somehow. So that's the awareness that we need to have throughout the games, not just for a little bit, not for a few plays, but consistently, and that's how I think we're going to be successful.
2 more questions.
This is the third straight game that they've jumped on you early. I think they started off 9-0. Do you start off games waiting to see what they're going to do as opposed to being, proactive? Do you as a team start off too passive?
I mean, they have been more effective, more successful starting off games. Tonight was an example of it. They got on a 9-0 lead early, and that's something that we didn't want to happen. We spoke about it, we talked about it, and we tried to do it differently. But at the end of the day, they made shots. They started off well. We didn't. It was a game that we shot the ball worse in the series. But it is important that we set the tone. And we need to be more proactive. We need to be more aggressive in order to take charge and take control of the series.
How did you see this coming at all, looking back?
No, it's just really. I've never been in a position that when you're up 3-0, then all of a sudden you're 3-2. When you have opportunities to close a series and put a team away, you got to take advantage of it, and we haven't done that yet. So again, I think it's a challenge. It's a test for us to see how we're going to handle this and how we're going to play on Game 6. And I think it's important. It'll be important and critical to see what we do on our next game.